Good morning. It is Tuesday, January 12th, and I've already had my juice. I have to wash that. And I drank all my water, so I have to refill that. Just took my supplements, and I think one of them is lodged in the back of my throat. So last night before going to bed, I remembered to soak some beans because I'm making chili today, and we're trying to stay away from sodium from canned products. Even the low sodium have a lot. So I soaked a cup of kidney beans and a cup of black beans. I have 1 pound of ground beef. As you see, there's going to be more vegetables than there is meat. And I'm going to make chili. But I'm not going to do that until I come back because I have to run out to go pick up something at one of Polly's doctors. So, shall I take you with me? First I'm going to refill my water because, yeah, I think that pill, I think it was the fish oil. It's stuck to the back of my throat. It's a weird feeling, so I'm going to try to dislodge it by drinking something. And then when I come back, I'll have lunch and start the chili. I might put that in cold water in the sink because that will thaw out the meat quicker, and cover this in case the cat becomes curious why there's a bowl of beans on the stove. Mission 1 completed. I have Polly's bag of goodies. I got everything brand new except the machine. They even gave him a new, here, let me show you, water tank. Where is it? For his machine. And I'm sure they do that to avoid any like mold growth because you're, you know, inhaling all of that. So he has a new water tank for his machine, and he has, let's see, new hose, new mask. Let's see, what else did you get? Face mask, humidifier, humidity air tub, climate air filter. Oh, look at filters. I bet he's never changed filters. Headgear, and his new mask. So I'm gonna hook this all up for him for when he gets home and throw out the old stuff. I'm gonna see if I can repurpose the water tank because I might be able to do something with it. It seems kind of a shame to just toss it out. Maybe I could do something with it. We'll see. But since I'm right around the corner, Patel Market's right there, so I think I'm gonna run over there, and I will bring you with me because it's supposed to snow later, so I'm gonna run all my errands during lunchtime. And this took me like, I don't know, 15 minutes, so I have time. I'm looking for white pepper. Hot sauces galore. A good price for sambal, $2.49. I'm stocked up, I think. I'm back home after running my errands. I have my windshield wipers up in my car, defroster on high, so when I remote started, when the snow's supposed to happen tonight, if I need to use it tomorrow morning, then I will be prepared. I also fold in my side mirrors on my car, which they're foldable for like tight parking situations. Mosey, go on the couch, honey. Go! Go! So I warmed up leftovers. It's the adult mac and cheese with sun-dried tomatoes and truffles, as well as the sweet potato steak fries from yesterday. I often have animal protein-free meals. I could probably give up, you know, beef and pork and probably even chicken quite easily. It's the seafood that I probably would have a much harder time. As a matter of fact, when I was a vegetarian, and for those who don't know, I was a vegetarian for about 10 years, from the time I was in college until after I met my husband. And one of the reasons, actually, when I first, maybe I became a vegetarian, I'm trying to remember if I was 18 or 19, anyway. When I met my husband, he was a meat eater, and I just typically declined or chose something else when we went out, and I made food that didn't have animal meat, you know, animal protein in it. I've never been a vegan. I will tell you that I cannot. It's not that I cannot. I have not tried to give up eggs and cheese. I'm not a huge fan of milk to begin with, but cheese, I would have a really, I think it would be a real challenge for me. Anyway, so I often go plant-based. As a matter of fact, I'm trying more and more to get my husband over to more plant-based. And if you've ever noticed on our evening meals, are the dinners that I share either on Instagram, on Facebook, or in the vlogs, it's usually majority of our plate is covered by vegetables, and we try that very hard. And even when I show our plate, we often have salad that I don't share, so we eat a lot of salads. We also eat a lot of vegetables, particularly green vegetables, green beans, Brussels sprouts, broccoli. We also enjoy cauliflower. This time of year, it's kohlrabi season, which for those of you who don't know, it's like a sweeter radish. It comes with these big frongy leaves. We both enjoy roasted beets and beet salad and carrots and you name it. Our biggest, actually, I think both our produce drawers in our main refrigerator in the kitchen are almost always full. And as a matter of fact, we even have spillover into our secondary fridge, which is in the basement. So, and my pantry is stocked with lentils and beans and all sorts of rices, and we love potatoes as well. Moses, hold on one sec. Sorry, Mosey was being particularly annoying. Everybody's been out and there's water and food, and I even left the music playing when I went out to run errands, so they shouldn't be like, you know, poo-pooing. Anyway, where did I leave off? So you would try to have our majority of our plate to be covered by vegetables. I get my fruits in first thing in the morning. It gives me energy, probably more so than even caffeine used to. I haven't given up caffeine entirely. I will on occasion have a coffee, either regular if it's pre 11:30 a.m. or decaffeinated if it's after 11:30 a.m. And that's really only because my brain seems to have a very hard time shutting down for the evening when I go to bed without assistance from sleep aids. So I try not to consume too much caffeine. I do not drink soda, regular or diet. On occasion when we go out, I usually, if I do have a soda, I 95% of the time get seltzer with lemon and lime. And otherwise, if I'm feeling dehydrated and slightly dizzy, like if we've been out shopping or something and I haven't eaten anything, I will have a ginger ale. Anyway, but most of the time I drink water. We have a water delivery service that comes once a month. I usually get 3 to 4 5-gallon jugs of water for the cooler that we have in the kitchen, and I refill my water container, which is a 32 ounce. Is it 32 ounces? Oh, I'm trying to remember if it is. It's one of the NutriBullet, maybe it's 24. When I remember, I'll put on the screen. When I verify, I'll put on the screen. Either way, I drink 5 or 6 of those a day. So I stay pretty hydrated, and so even prior to eating, like I had some water before I start in on my lunch, and it is kind of on the later side for lunch, but my juice helped to curb some of my hunger. So even when I went shopping, I wasn't grabbing things that were like, oh, instantly eat now. And I'll provide a link. It'll be in the upper right hand corner. It'll be a little card. You can see the Dollar Tree haul, and maybe I'll just show the Patel Market, what I picked up there after I have my lunch, because I don't think it's big enough haul to have separately. So after I eat my lunch and get a couple of my reports going for work, I'm going to start on the chili because I want it to cook slowly, on low and slow. I may even actually put it in the oven after I bring it up to a boil. I've had the beans soaking. I just have to saute the vegetables, which is onions. I don't know if I think I have an open pepper. I'm basically going to throw in stuff that I have that needs to be used up vegetable-wise. So maybe a little bit of carrots, although if you go too sweet, it starts to taste more like spaghetti sauce rather than chili. And yeah, I think that's what's going on. And the reason I'm making chili today is because we can have chili baked potatoes, maybe like an easy meal on Thursday or Friday, or we can have chili hot dogs. So it gives me lots of options. So even though there'll be more than just 2 portions made, although it's only 1 pound of ground beef, I'm going to make it more robust with the 2 different kinds of beans. I'm also going to add corn to it. I'm going to do a side of cheesy spicy cornbread tonight. So let me get into this. I think it's now cool enough for me to consume, and I'll catch up with you in a second. Wow, that was so good. Even like leftovers, so delicious. So the reason it's discolored, it's really just the little residue of the oil that's left from the sweet potato oven fries, because there's paprika, and paprika colors up the oils. Oh my gosh, so good. So satisfied. Moses so wanted some, and mommy was being a little selfish bitch and did not share, in part because there was oil on it and I don't want him to have an upset tummy. So I may have to finish my water and then see if I have room for maybe an orange. Oh, his ears just went up. He's so funny. So I'm going to yeah, I have to get going on the chili. Wow, look at those big giant snowflakes. So I'm at Veggie World, onions and scallions for dinner. So it's my last stop and then off home. Holy cannoli, it's coming down. I was gone for 6 minutes. That was on a warm car. Alright, let's head home. How about that? Holy cannoli, I have to put this stuff away, but I did a video, so if you want to see it, it'll be up here. Alright, I gotta wrap this up because I'm behind schedule. So I picked up a couple of things at Veggie World. These new Kinder Dark limited edition wafer chocolates, and halva and chocolate, and yeah, chocolate covered halva. Oh, it's a sesame treat, in case you don't know. Sesame and sugar, and 2 sweet onions, one of which I'm going to use right now. Some beautiful dill. They had no scallions, but I did need bananas for my drinks, so I picked up some bananas. And then at Patel Foods, I picked up some rice flour. I'm thinking maybe I'll try making something for Chester, like cookies, but using rice flour because he's allergic to wheat. Sorry, leftovers from Dollar Tree shopping. I got white pepper because I didn't have any, interestingly enough. Okay, I know what these are, but I can't think of the name of them. But I got a bag of them for $1. So I'm gonna have to Google it and then figure out what to do with it. I got some corn flour in the fine, replacing some of the green split peas because I just made a split pea soup. Tamarind paste. Look how inexpensive that is, $1.99. And I got some incense. Let me show you which ones. And I really like these particular incense. I think they're 79 or 89 cents each. And they're really, even though they're smaller, they don't look like they're really super thick ones. The aroma is wonderful from them. So I got some new things to try, and then old tested and true. Oh, the college days. Patchouli. I'll have to burn that when my hubby's not around, because he'll swear hippies moved in. Well, I guess I'm a aging hippie. Strawberry. Wild orchid. To be honest, orchids don't have a particular scent, so it's probably all fabricated. And coconut, which I might burn now while I'm cooking, but I'll burn in another room. So I have to put this away, and then I have to get cooking. It's already 6 o'clock. Oh, it's 10 after 6. But it's okay. The chili probably won't be home till 8-ish, 8:30, and it's getting crappy out, so his commute home is probably going to be longer too. Hopefully he's home safe and sound and can enjoy a nice warm chili with cornbread. I've got my onions and bell pepper in there. I think it's where I want it. I'm going to add the beef and then saute that until it's no longer pink. And then start adding beans and diced tomatoes, a little green chili jar, and tomato paste. And then the flavorings, which is chili powder, coriander, cumin, black pepper, and maybe something spicy. We'll see how spicy the green chilies are. While the meat is sauteing and it's nearly there, I have my seasonings ready. I have 2.5 tablespoons of chili powder. I have 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, a heaping teaspoon of ground coriander, and a dash, probably 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne. Remember, you can add heat, but it's harder to take it away. So I'll start off with this. After the meat is sauteed sufficiently, woo, steamed up. Hold on. Oh, that's better. So I'm gonna add the 14.5 ounce can of petite diced tomatoes, a 4-ounce can of green chilies, and a 6-ounce can of tomato paste. I may or may not need to add water, depending on how much liquid is needed to cover the beans, because that's really ultimately what I want. Because the beans have been soaked but not cooked, so they have to slow cook. Time to mix this all together. So I have the 3 cans of the, I'm definitely gonna have to add water, or another can of tomatoes. I wonder if I have tomato juice. That would be better. So let's add the beans and see how much liquid I have to add. Alrighty, so I did need to add 2 additional cups of water. I decided against adding more tomato product because I put in an entire 6-ounce can of the tomato puree, and I want this to be chili, not spaghetti sauce. So the only thing that additionally I'm going to add is the seasonings, which is what and I will have to taste it for salt and pepper, regular black pepper. And lastly, I will add a bag of probably about a pound, maybe 1.25 pounds of corn that I had put up from the summer, and that's in the freezer. And you'll see the chili powder is going to make everything darker, and as it cooks, it'll get thicker, and the beans will release some of their starches. Remember, I plumped them up overnight, so they're not going to need to cook nearly as much as if I put them in just dry, but they definitely need time. So I'm going to bring this up to a boil and then turn it down to a simmer. Another option that you have if you don't want to babysit it, which I'll be in the kitchen or around the kitchen doing stuff because I'm also going to make cornbread, you can put this in the oven, 250, 300 with the lid on. It will cook slowly until the desired texture and everything is cooked inside. So I don't have, well, I guess I do have the time to do it that way, but while I'm cooking, and I do still have to turn the oven on anyway because I'm going to make the cornbread, so we'll see. And I think the addition of the corn will make it all that much prettier because it has kidney beans and black beans. So it's too early for me to taste for seasoning, but I'm going to let it simmer for a little bit, and then I will taste the liquid to see if I need to add salt, black pepper, or anything else spicy. And remember, as it cooks and sits and then reheated, spice levels escalate instead of diminish. So it's always easier to err on the side of caution and let each individual person add hot sauce, or I typically put a spoonful of sambal into mine, and then something cooling like sour cream, and we have nachos and we'll have cornbread. So our leftovers will be for baked potatoes later in the week, or maybe chili cheese dogs. So we'll see. Oh, see, it's just coming up to a simmer. I'm going to turn it down, or a boil. I'm going to turn it down to a simmer because I don't want it to volcano all over the place. That's what the chili looks like 40 minutes later. Still cooking. I did turn it up a little bit because the beans were still a little too crunchy for my liking. I decided to make corn muffins instead of full-blown cornbread. This way I can make savory and sweet. So first I made a full batch. It's actually a double bag of, I think, Betty Crocker cornbread mix. Followed the instructions, and then I left enough batter in there for 3 more. I added shredded Colby and some black pepper on top. So that's going in the oven, 400 degrees for about 18 minutes. So there's the chili all finished, and look at that muffins. This one's the one with the cheese and pepper, and that's the plain. I also made some honey butter. Let me show you that. Because what's better than cornbread with some honey butter? So yeah, it was just the leftover butter I had from the stick that I made for the muffin. So I'm going to serve this up, and that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh my god, what is that? Hair? Yeah, life in a household with animals. Thank you for stopping by and keeping us company. We'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching, everyone.